Coach, we'll get started. Why don't you just give us your overall thoughts on the game first?
I won't give you my overall, but I'll give you some. I just hate it for our kids. I think our kids are battling. We've gotten better. You know, they're literally doing everything we're asking of them and more. And I wish the result was different. My heart literally hurts for them.
Coach, can you just maybe talk a little bit, very somewhat similar anyway to, the game just a few days ago where we had a big lead coming in. Just what do you tell the kids to keep going?
Yeah, we just got to stay present. We got to stay more present. I felt like there were times, too many possessions in a row where we got away from what we call being loaded up in the gaps and guarding our yard, just one-on-one ball containment. And so we got away from that for a few possessions. And then we gave up 3-and-1 plays at the rim. So, but offensively, I felt like we were pretty solid. I felt like the growth from the last game, though, was that we grew and that our offense didn't completely dictate our defense. And so I felt like we were still active. We just weren't as present.
Coach, it was a tight whistle the last few minutes. What was your reaction when Kelly fouled out at the end?
Lucas, I feel like you set me up here. I just always want it to be a clean game. I want the players to win the game or lose the game, and so it's really, really hard when it's anything other than that.
So Peyton played all 40 minutes, and she's played all 40 minutes pretty much the whole max slate. Is that something that you and her have talked about? Like, hey, you don't need to take me out if I'm not in foul trouble? Or is that just
yeah? We've gotten to know each other pretty well by now, and so every time I do try to give her a breather, she's looking at me sideways, like, "What are you doing?" So if she can go, if she's in a zone, then I just let her ride. I'd rather burn timeouts than put her on the bench and have her question what I'm doing. So we have that relationship.
But you mentioned her being in a zone. I don't even know if you know this. 39 points is a Millette Hall record.
Is that right?
Maybe she matches Courtney Osborne, who did that in 2013. So just talk about this performance, just what you saw today from her.
The thing is it wasn't until the last minute or so that I looked up and realized she had 39. She's different than most studs or star players because it's not just the Peyton show, although it is. She's literally constantly looking for teammates. She's always trying to get the assist. She's literally just reading whatever the defense gives her. And so to me, it's becoming an easier 30 points just because she's understanding the game and learning her teammates. And it's pretty unselfish.
For a lot of the game, your team's effort was really good, just doing the little things, getting offensive rebounds, talking, and active hands on defense. Is that something that encourages you going forward?
Yeah. I mean, yes. We just pick a couple things in which to grow on after every game. And the amazing thing about this team is they take it to heart, and so whatever you point out and say, hey, we got to get better, they get better, and so I felt like the fact that you even noticed that our hands were active and we were active on defense and talking, that's major. So we'll finish the season the best we can and continue to get better along the way, but I'm just really proud of our kids.
Coach, on Wednesday, you talked about you really wanted to shore up the rebounding. And Ball State obviously is a huge mismatch in terms of size. How'd you feel like the rebounding went today?
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I don't know the numbers, so I apologize for that. But whereas I felt like an Ashlyn Brown could have killed us off in offensive rebounding, which she did the last time we played them, I don't feel like I felt her as much. I felt like overall we were at least cognizant. And so there weren't many times where we didn't find a body. So again, that's improvement from the last time.
Do you have any updates about Tiana Fulton's status going forward?
Yeah, she's going to move around, do some things probably tomorrow, maybe Monday, and we should have her back. But again, it's just one of those nagging injuries, which we're pretty familiar with at this point.